Have you ever wondered what it takes to scale an agency beyond $100,000 a month in revenue? Well, I just came back from a trip meeting with some of the world's leading agencies to ask them exactly that. What is the one thing it took to get you beyond 100K? And what is the process that you followed in order to get you there? And honestly, some of these answers are going to shock you. I'm going to show you in a moment. Now, I'm joined by Lucas Hamby from Hamby Media. This year, should be doing $3.8 million in annual recurring revenue. Joined by Ollie Hudson from Soar With Us and For You Advertising, two agencies who scale beyond the seven-figure point, and soon to be doing $750,000 in monthly revenue. Joined by Nicholas Larson from Larson Digital. This is crazy. This guy scaled an agency from almost zero to 100K a month in less than a year. And then we have Rory Kieran from CSM Agency and Evolve, two agencies beyond that seven-figure point. At his peak, has done $500,000 in 1 month's revenue. And I asked them all that one very crucial question: what did it take to get you past 100K? And I'm doing this inside of my new podcast series called The Agency Podcast. Inventive name, I know. How did I come up with that one? And this podcast is me traveling around, meeting some of the world's leading agencies and getting into their brain, figuring out their nuances, figuring out their way of running an agency and how they joined the top 1% of the industry, so you can apply it for yourself. So, if you want to get on top right now, you want to jump into the meat, then stick around and watch this video. If you want to watch the entire episodes, in the description, I'm going to be releasing the timeline on when we should be releasing each of these episodes in more detail. For the rest of you, make sure you're subscribed with notification bell turned on, so you get notified when each of these episodes get released. Let's get into this.
What do you think the key is, or the secret is, to getting to 100K a month?
So getting to 100K a month is your ability to have the right people around you. So it's your ability to understand where you're really good at. On the journey, you're going to start small and you're going to get shiny object syndrome. You're going to see the other agencies that are better than you and more established than you, and you're going to get distracted, okay? Yeah. So it's trying to cut out all the different distractions of Johnny up the road there is selling to manufacturing, so I'm changing my niche. I'm changing my, probably, I don't know how many times people
all the time, man.
But it's trying to have pure focus, cut out all distractions. Say, what are we fucking good at? Like, do we have any case studies here? Is there any client that we have served and they've really believed in us? And could we build a bit of momentum and get could we win the next client of that particular business? I think it is a level of, a lot of people have said to me, like, over the years, niching down. And I think in the early stages, niching down is so important. And I look at Evolve Marketing. Evolve Marketing started with just law firms. No one else but just law firms. Now it serves professional services. So I do believe that the model can expand. And Evolve Marketing went into accountancy and into insurance and now into engineering and construction. Because the business model is actually the same, and the way you serve those clients, there's a lot of similarity there.
What would you say were the biggest challenges that you faced in getting to 100K a month?
To be honest, for us, we really struggled to get past that 35K mark. We kind of just kept hovering around there for, I think, over 12 months, and we just couldn't break through. And I think really, the biggest issue, if I look in hindsight, is not being consistent with our services. I think being a creative focused service, we would say yes to anything and we would adapt our packages for anything. And as a result, the team that we had weren't optimized to do a service because everything would change all the time. Their SOPs would change, efficiency, there'd be such a lack of efficiencies, and you couldn't really master a service because the service is consistently changing, and we almost had every client on a slightly different package. So I kind of made a decision to pick a lane and stick within that lane and really become experts in that, which is when we transitioned into performance creative rather than doing organic, doing brand videos, doing all these different things, and really becoming a master at that one thing. And then you can start introducing some of these other services once you've really mastered that one service. Because what that meant was I could become great at that one thing. I could build the best possible operations around that service, so it's not only efficient and profitable, but we're getting the best possible results for our clients. And then, you know, you're constantly learning and optimizing because you're doing the same thing multiple times for multiple different brands and industries. So I think that was a big thing.
Has there been one thing for you that has, or the secret, I suppose, that got you to 100K a month in 12 months?
There hasn't been a single defining thing. I would say there's been, if I had to boil it down, it'd be 2 or 3. So one is acquisition. You need to know how you get your ICP. You need to know how you get an ICP that you can deliver for. If you can get clients but you can't deliver for them, you're not, like, it's going to be hard to get to 100K without burning a ton of people, right? If you know how, like, if you have someone that you can do incredible service delivery for, or even a couple of them, or like you can see like this is working really good, figure out how to acquire customers in that ICP, and then like fine tune your compensation models. Like just those things alone can get you super, super far, because then it's a replicatable system. I think a lot of people will try to do too much at once and not look at the data and like not follow the data, like the trends. And then the next thing is like always be critical and always try to improve. Like for example, a year ago, I think our ops system ran on Google Calendar and like Google Chat or some shit like that. And like now we have a very, very like well built out Notion. I have an ops team and they do an incredible job. And we're in such a better position ops-wise than we've ever been before, and I'm still super unhappy with it. I see so many issues every single day, right? Like every time I look at it, I'm like, that there has to be a better way to do this. There has to be a better way to do that. I can see a system where we automate this. It integrates with the platform. We pull the KPIs. It pings this person if this ad falls off. Like one of the things we're building is like an inventory management system that pings ads. So what we'll do is we'll pull inventory from the partners every single day or even multiple times a day, depending on how much they do. And then we'll cross-reference the SKUs with landing pages, and we'll just check all of the ads. So if a product suddenly goes crazy, it'll ping the person like responsible for the ad accounts with like, this product is about to go out of stock. Let's make sure we monitor this, and this ad that are in like high spending areas. Cool. So like I could just keep going all day. Like I think you have to be somewhat dissatisfied with your ops if you're growing quickly. If you are not optimizing for growing as quickly as you can, because it is very stressful. Like it's like build, analyze, build, analyze, build, analyze.
Yeah.
We have to like deliver, analyze, then build all at the same time.
Would you say that to you has been the most important thing from going from 10 to let's say 100K initially per month? Service, or if not,
yeah, service delivery. Like you will. I think if you can get to like maybe 20K a month, I think you're almost guaranteed to get to like 100K a month if you really provide an incredible level of service. Like even if like, just from it might take you a lot longer to get there, but if you can provide a really high level of service, take those businesses on a journey, have those customers become advocates of you, like spread the word about you as a business. Like it might take 6 months for them to find you a referral, but like they probably will find one. Like I'm not saying you should just rely on that. You should be doing the outreach, you should be doing the business development. But I think if you just really nail service in that kind of 20 to 100K, like most of the things you will find a way to make them work, and you will probably get some referrals. You'll be able to push your case studies out.
Yeah,
your sales process will become easier.
Even more than just client referrals. So like I think that the biggest key from 100K plus is strategic partnerships. And like to get strategic partnerships, it's like you have to be seen as being elite at delivering a specific service in an industry. Because if not, these companies that are already established who have access to your ICP don't want to associate with you. Yeah. And I think that is the really one of the biggest secrets that large agencies hold near and dear, and no one wants to give out the partnerships that they've got. Referral partnerships just excel you. Like, I mean, you've got TikTok referring you partners.
We've got TikTok, we've got Triple Whale, which is probably one of the biggest DC unicorns. Like
you just won their Agency of the Year award.
Yeah, won their award, and then they send us work. But like you say, like by referring someone to us, they're almost like referring their reputation to us. So they're not going to do that if they don't know we're good. And that's all. That's not even just SaaS or tech or platform partners, that can also be like agency partners. I think a really good way to grow a business at like 50, 100k a month range is to find an agency with complementary but not conflicting service, and just set up a partnership and send each other work, because you basically then get 2 pipelines.
Okay, now if you think those were good, wait till you watch the full episode. Again, in the description, we've got the proposed release dates for each episode. And if there's an agency you want us to speak to, then please drop a comment down below and let us know. We'll see if we can facilitate that. I'll see you all soon. Cheers.